If you can't karaoke to your friend's song, what are you doing out here? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't it fun living in the real world?
This hurts. I don't like how I did that. Start over. Hey everyone, it's your girl Bria Deshawn, and welcome back to another installment of Growing Pains, where we're growing our purpose, growing our achievements, growing our independence, growing in our nourishment, and growing our success. Period. Oh, you know what else I want to talk about? I have a very hard time selling myself and who I am, and it's just like I get so choked up when it's time to sell myself. And when I mean sell myself, I mean like share all of the things that I am doing. There's no doubt that I am a brilliant, smart, creative mind. Anybody would be lucky to have me on their team, period. I can sit here and tell you that. However, when it's time to tell those people and convince those people that I am who they need on their team, I get a little choked up. I can't lie. And I think that comes with lack of confidence and lack of belief in myself, which is very hard to say because I feel like I am the bee's knees. Like, girl, like you are her. I can genuinely say that. And not coming from an egotistical mind, but coming from a place of understanding that I worked very hard to get where I am, and I work very hard in the things that I do, that I have the right to, you know, show them off and share everything that I've done. But I say all of that to say that you can have the whole world on your side and have belief in you and the potential that you have, but none of that means anything unless you can find it for yourself. And that's one of the lessons that I'm learning now, even just beyond my career, but even just with how I view myself, that like you're only going, like I'm only hold on, give me a second, let me find the words. The way you present yourself is the way you see yourself. Okay, maybe I need to flip it. The way you see yourself is the way you're going to present yourself. So if I see myself as I'm unqualified for this job, or I have no reason to be around this circle, or I am not talented enough to be here, or I'm not smart enough to be here, you're going to then act and present yourself like that. That means you're going to be timid in these rooms. You're going to be shy, you know, just sitting off to the side. In actuality, when it really is time to line up all the things that you do, and you say to yourself, I am a boss, I am smart, I can do X, Y, and Z, I am intelligent, I then will show up in these rooms as an intelligent person, as a boss, as whatever. And I think it's just clicking in my head right now that that's how I need to present myself when I go into spaces, especially corporate spaces and like networking events and stuff, because I've been finding myself in a lot of like networking events and like a lot of spaces where I'm talking to people who are established in this industry, and I just be getting so choked up, honey. Like I be so like, oh my God, the moment is here, but I don't think I'm prepared for the moment. And it's so embarrassing to say, but it's so real that like sometimes I really don't be prepared for the moment. You know how like you practice in your mind like speeches or like things that you're going to say in this situation if it happens, and you be having it down to the T. You practice it in the shower before you go to bed, blah blah blah. But when that time actually comes, you be so like, oh, like this moment really does come. This moment is really happening. I be folding like a chair, honey. I be folding so bad. Did I tell y'all that I met Gina Prince Bythewood?
Insane. Y'all know I don't be crying on camera, but bro, these are happy tears because God is so good. Y'all don't understand. Every day I pray, Lord, have your will over my life. May I walk in your purpose and your will. Get me out of your way. May you place somebody in my life today that can help me do whatever. And why did I meet Miss Gina Prince Bythewood on my way out of work today? I have a Love and Basketball poster in my house. I adore Woman King. The biggest advocate for swagger. I applied to Undisputed Cinema, sent a resume or two over there. And I shook her hand, and her hand was so soft. And I held it with two hands because I looked her right into her eye. Bro. I walked over to her, and I was like, excuse me, are you Miss Gina Prince Bythewood? She said, yeah. I was like, I admire you. Like, I love your work. Like, me and my sister love your work. You are like the top of the pinnacle. Like, she's like, thank you. I was like, I looked at her, I was like, one day I'm gonna work under you. And she's like, oh, is that right? I said, yeah. What's crazy what's crazy, and I always say, being out here, like, God is really putting me in rooms that I didn't even think was really possible. Like, I would just be talking about my side of the neck, like, oh yeah, one day I'm gonna meet her, or like one day I'm gonna be in the room with him. And the fact that he's like making it happen, but it feels so effortless. Like, I literally don't have to do anything but show up. When I was just at work, like, just had to be there, and I was meeting all of these people, and I met Gina Prince Bythewood. Like, what? You can't make it up. And that's how I know that I am, like, where I need to be. God hears me. Almost like he's piecemealing the blessings. And I appreciate that, because he knows that I am an overwhelmed girl. I'm an overwhelmed girly. He can't give it to me all at once. Listen, I am just so overwhelmed with the joy, overwhelmed with the peace, because, like, God is so good, bro. Like, it's just crazy. All right. Go back to the growing pains. I love y'all. Bye.
But it didn't click in my mind that I just sent a resume to her production company 2 months ago, and it didn't click in my mind to say that, like, oh yeah, I applied for blah blah blah, or like, you reposted a piece of artwork from mine back in COVID. Like, all of that stuff did not even come to my cabeza when I was talking to her, you know. But I think that's because, well, let me back up. Those thoughts did not come to my mind, and looking back on it, it's just like, oh, Brie, we need to be more prepared for when you meet, because, like, come on now, I love a good Gina Prince Bythewood movie. I really do. Or show, even that too. I love Gina, period. And I think that's one of those lessons where, one, you have to believe in yourself that you are more than capable in your abilities to do stuff, and two, that God can really put you in front of people, and you can't doubt that. Like, it's so funny that, like, coming from Delaware, these things that are happening to me right now, it feels so far-fetched what I'm doing right now, and extremely lucrative. And I just think now I have to get out of that mindset of, like, oh, like, this can actually really happen. Like, there's more chances of this happening than not, because you moved out here. And I just have to face that. I have to have that reality check in my mind. But yeah, I'm so rambling. Most of the stuff is gonna get cut out, but for real, you just have to be prepared for the moment, because the moment is gonna come, and you have to be so prepared. You have to be prepared spiritually, mentally, physically for it, because you never know what can come out of that experience and what can change for your life. You know what I'm saying? But you are only as good as how you are practicing. Practice makes permanent. Like, and when I mean by practice, like, in this world, like, you must, like, be in your craft. You must be in them books. You must be so diligent in what you're doing, because that is going to reflect when it's time for game time, when it's time to go live. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just where I've been at this month, for real, y'all. And I'm so blessed and thankful. I'm leaving room for God to do what he has to do, and I'm operating in his favor, and I'm operating in his favor. But rest assured that, like, when these moments come, which I know they will, I have to be prepared for them. I have to be better prepared for them, because sometimes I'm thinking that I do have what it takes. But sometimes your best is not good enough, and you have to keep working on it, keep developing it, keep believing in yourself. And I think that's what most of that stuff is. Most of that stuff is inward. Like, you got to believe that you are where you need to be. You have to believe that you have the right to talk to X, Y, and Z. You have to believe that you have a right to have a seat at this table. And the more you believe that, the easier it is for other people to receive that, because it will reflect off of you. Okay, so yeah, that's all I needed to say. Please, y'all, take it easy. Take it easy, like my sis said. You know what I'm saying? It will get easy. Breathe. Woosah. Go listen to my girl's song, Eazy, Njambi. Yeah, y'all, the sun is coming out. We about to get active. I'm so excited for what God has in store for me and for y'all. And yeah, it's your girl, Brie Deshawn, capital DE, capital SHAUN. Don't forget the accent mark. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I just wanna take it easy. Feel like the world's against me. With every breath I take, problems they find me. Try to take everything lightly. I just wanna take it easy. Wanna know life when the grind is over. Tired of carrying weights on my shoulder. Hate the idea that it comes when I'm older. Is it ever easy? Yeah.